If you've been a fan of credit cards, you'll know that there are at this point too many credit cards to pick from. And while all of them have their own reasons as to what makes them special, what I've learned over the past couple of years is that I'd rather prefer to keep things simple. No need to flip through pages and pages in order to understand what your credit card does exactly, which is why I believe that the 4 credit cards that we're going to be talking about today is the simplest setup that you could possibly have to cover the most spending categories possible without it becoming too confusing. And if you do end up agreeing with what I've said in this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the like button for more videos like this one in the future. So the first credit card that we're going to be talking about today is the Capital One Saver One. This card is a no annual fee card, meaning you don't have to join a membership in order to keep this card every single year. It helps earn 3% back in groceries, dining, entertainment, and select streaming services, 5% back on hotels and car rentals, 10% back on Uber, and 8% back on Capital One Entertainment. Okay, I understand that it's a bit confusing for me to preach about this credit card setup being simple and then slapping down arguably one of the most action-packed cashback credit cards on the market today. But the reason why I like the Capital One Saver One is the fact that it earns you pretty competitive multipliers in a bunch of your highest spending categories. So that when you're reaching into your wallet and trying to figure out which card to pull out, pulling out the Saver One credit card is probably going to be a safe bet considering it covers so much. And just comparing the card to other credit cards like it on the market today, you can further understand why I like it. While other cards like the American Express Gold Card does earn 1% more in the groceries and dining category, it requires hundreds of dollars in order to keep it every single year, as well as extremely confusing perks and benefits that may or may not benefit everyone. The Saver One credit card is a free card. And going by that same logic, the next credit card that I want to introduce to this simple setup is the Capital One Venture X. The Capital One Venture X at its core is a travel credit card and is Capital One's most premium credit card. The only downside to the card itself is that it does require you to pay $395 every single year in order to keep this card, but it does come with 2 credits to help essentially make the Venture X a free premium credit card. The first credit, which is automatically loaded into your account every year, is the $300 travel credit. This credit helps offset the first $300 you spend on anything through Capital One's travel portal, which if you weren't familiar with is similar to other travel related websites like Google Flights. There isn't any weird terms or conditions in order to be able to use this benefit each year. It is automatically loaded into the system. In addition to this, after each card anniversary, you're also given 10,000 Capital One miles, which if you want to keep it simple will be valued at 1 cent per point, which in turn, doing the math means that these 10,000 points translates to $100 in value when you use it through the travel portal. Combining these 2 statement credits, Capital One is giving you roughly $400 in value, and when subtracting the $395 annual fee that is required to keep the card every single year, Capital One is actually giving you $5 each year just to keep the card. In addition to that, since it's a travel credit card, its earning multipliers is also travel related, so there's no confusion on that. It earns 10x back on hotels and car rentals, 5x back on flights, and these earnings multipliers are through Capital One's travel portal, which again, showcasing the portal itself, it has small but effective features that help make it extremely easy to use. You're shown that whatever you book within will have free price drop protection, price match guarantee, and Capital One will even plant 2 trees to help with forest restoration. There's also an assortment of color-coded tiles that show which days are more expensive to fly than others, a price freezing feature, and a price watch function, as well as a price prediction metric to help guarantee that you're securing the best prices for your future trips. And if you're worried that prices within the portal might be higher than prices on, say, Google Flights, for example, you can be rest assured knowing that the flights sold on each are the exact same price, which unfortunately isn't something that I can guarantee with other travel portals. And like I said before, since the $300 travel credit is automatically loaded into the portal each year, most of everything that you do that's travel related will be through this portal as well, keeping it extremely simple. The other aspect of the Venture X is the fact that it's also a fantastic catch-all credit card. In addition to the 10x back on hotels and car rentals, 5x back on flights, it also earns a market competitive 2x back on every purchase ever. That means that while it's a travel credit card, it can also become your go-to card that you pull out of your wallet when you don't know which card to use when making a purchase. That means that if you're not confident with pulling out the Saver One at a restaurant because you've forgotten exactly what the Saver One helps you earn points in, pulling out the Venture X isn't a bad choice either because you're still going to be able to earn 2x back instead of the 3% that the Saver One would have earned you. So just to wrap up this part of the video, the Venture X helps you earn points in travel related categories and can be your go-to credit card when you've forgotten what your your other credit cards do in your wallet and is an essentially free credit card. And the Saver one is an action-packed card that will help you earn a bunch of points in a ton of categories that you probably spend the most money in, and is a free credit card. And to help round out these two cards is either the Citi Custom Cash or the US Bank Kroger MasterCard. I'm assuming that one of these you've probably heard of and the other one not so much. The Citi Custom Cash is a no annual fee card that helps you earn 5% cash back in one category for up to $500 in total spending each month automatically. The reason why it's such an effective and simple card is the fact that it helps you earn the most cash back possible in a category that your other cards can't help in. If you've noticed through the two Capital One cards, one category is glaringly missing, and that's gas, which is also a category that most Americans tend to spend a ton of money in. If you're someone who lives in a big city like New York and don't have gas as a category that you spend money on, the Citi Custom Cash does also cover categories like subways, fitness clubs, and drugstores. And what's simple about the Citi Custom Cash is the fact that it doesn't require you to manually select which category to earn 5% back in. It does it automatically based on your spending pattern. So all you have to do is only use the Citi Custom Cash in one category like gas, and it'll automatically give you a 5% discount every single time. Simple. The other card that I mentioned is the US Bank Kroger MasterCard. I've mentioned this card a couple of times in the past in other videos, but I like to say that this card is the most underrated credit card in the market. Given the fact that it does one simple thing, it's a no annual fee card that helps you earn 5% back on mobile wallet payments, meaning it can essentially earn you 5% back on anything for up to $3,000 every single calendar year. The $3,000 spending limit is the only downside to the card itself. Almost every store, grocery store, gas station, restaurant, anything that accepts money will take mobile wallet payments, which helps makes this card extremely effective at filling in the gaps to the Saver One and the Venture X. And I'm definitely not saying that you can only apply for one of these cards, feel free to apply for both. And finally, to wrap up this video, the last card that I'm mentioning is the 0.5 credit card that you may or may not need in 2024, and that's the Bilt MasterCard. The main reason as to why I call it the 0.5 credit card is the fact that this card is a no annual fee card that helps you earn points on rent, which is not a category that a lot of Americans do use, but I did hear that Bilt is tapping into the mortgage market, so time will tell into exactly how Bilt will integrate mortgages into this already amazing credit card. It does also earn 2x back on travel and 3x back on dining, but we're solely focusing on the rent aspect of the card. The Bilt MasterCard is the only credit card at the moment that helps you earn points back on rent while not paying a transaction fee for paying with a credit card. The way that they do this is by creating a unique routing and account number that can be then attached to your bank account, so it makes it simple to pay rent, creating an automatic system that helps you earn points in rent, which can then be used to save you money. But rent is not something that everyone has to deal with, so that's why it's only listed as a 0.5 credit card. So to wrap up this video, I'm pulling up a graphic to show you just how simple and effective this 3.5 credit card setup is for 2024. You have the Saver One that helps you earn competitive multipliers in a bunch of categories. You have the Venture X that helps with travel related categories, as well as being the go-to credit card when you forget what credit card does what. You have either the Citi Custom Cash or the Kroger MasterCard to help fill in the gaps, and the Bilt MasterCard to help with rent if need be, all for an effective no annual fee. Thank you all so much for watching as always. Would you agree with this setup? What would you personally do differently? Thank you for watching as always. Stay safe out there, everybody. Peace. Those of you out there that are new to the channel, hi, my name is Eric. I generally talk about everything credit card related, but more recently I've been making videos on broader financial topics such as these videos right here. The main goal for this channel is to provide informational and meaningful financial related content that everybody everywhere can enjoy. So again, if you'd like to support that dream, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And with that, thank you for watching as always. Until next time, everybody, stay safe out there. Peace.